Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway from the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, Brissett eluding the pressure right. And this one too low. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Brissett. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Brissett's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He goes right back the way of Hilton. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try again with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Escaping the press. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jacoby Brissett. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Jackson on first down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Rolling to his right. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Brissett. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Brissett. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Justin Houston getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. Cleveland offense making their way out. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. On 3rd down, Brissett throws the out route, and he finds Hilton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Browns on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, Brissett finding Hilton on the slant. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb down to about the 32. Second down, here's Chubb again. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Now Brissett. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Brissett now. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
York now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Now, what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
Complete to Mark Andrews. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was taken down by
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Dobbins going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Dobbins once more, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
1st down, Brissett. Caught left side by Hilton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jackson on 1st down. He's got the connection to Moore. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Browns, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.